called Hero
Hero
Stadium.
Stadium.
Yeah, so he said to me, Senzo, it was God's plan that you should disappear for some time. Now we are here. It's Him who allowed you to come here. So don't forget, it's not a mistake that we're here. And it's not even upon your power that we are here. It's Him who have authorized that you should come here.
One of the songs that made you famous was Irene, and this is a heartbreak. This is a heartbreak song. What was going on as you were composing this song? Is it something that you experienced personally, or are you borrowing from the experiences in, society?
My brother, I wouldn't like to talk about this song, Irene, because it really brings tears to my eyes. This song is based on a true story.
Right.
Well, I'm bound to elaborate on it.
Yes.
Irene was my girlfriend. So, Irene being my girlfriend, when I wanted to share the bed with her as a man, she said to me, no, Senzo, since I'm still a virgin, I don't believe in you. Maybe you want to use me and dump me.
Right.
So the best thing, you pay lobola first, then we can take it from there.
Right.
So while I was busy accumulating money to pay that lobola, she became pregnant. Then I was surprised. Irene, I even asked her, Irene, are you biblical Mary? Then she said to me, Senzo, what do you mean when you say, am I biblical Mary? Then I said, no, the reason I'm saying this is because biblical, we are told that Mary got pregnant through the Holy Ghost.
Yeah.
Me, I haven't shared the bed with you yet. So how is it that we are pregnant? How do you become pregnant? Then she was speechless to us. Then I just, hey, my brother, well, because it's an old story, let us talk about. I cried.
Yeah.
Because I used to love that woman. And my intention was to marry her. But because of what happened, it was unfortunate that our love had to collapse along the way.
Was that her real name, Irene?
Yes.
The song speaks also of something that society holds against the male folk, boys and men. Don't cry. Don't express your, emotions in such a way. Do you feel that in any way your song helped to break this stereotype where it was okay for men to cry and let their emotions out?
My brother, I remember when I was in Chong 2 years ago, as I've been in this country.
Yes.
So, brother, I don't know his name or Collins, he took me to a local radio station. So the female radio presenter was interviewing me on the same song, which is Irene. Then I told her the whole story about it. Then she said to me, Senzo, if I can hear you well, this means everybody has got his own Irene. Then I said, what do you mean when you say like that? She said to me, Senzo, we ladies have been heartbroken by men. It means we've got our male Irene.
Irene, yeah, okay.
You men have been broken by women. So it means you've got your own female Irene. That's what she says. So coming back to your question, my brother, as to whether this has broken that stereotype, or as to whether a man should not cry, is true or not. No, it did break it. Because, for you to forgive, you must cry.
Yeah, okay. Let's get back to something that you didn't respond to earlier on, the apartheid, and how this shaped you as a person. Why or how did you find yourself as a young boy who was growing through apartheid in a genre called reggae as an escape for, expressing yourself?
My brother, I started singing in 1990. Is when I started recording my first album called Nothing But Prayer. And apartheid by then had died down. Yeah, it wasn't like before.
Yeah.
Shooting the times of Peter Tosh or whoever, Bob Marley.
Yeah.
It was that down. So it didn't affect me that much.
And so how did you find yourself choosing reggae then as a genre that you loved? What happened? I mean, how did you find yourself falling in love with reggae?
My brother, when I was still growing up, singing other people's songs was the order of the day. But I knew nothing about reggae by then. I started loving reggae when I once listened to Peter Tosh's album called Wanted, Dead or Alive. There are songs there which attracted me, like the song called Rastafari's Bubble Clad, Reggae Malaites and others. But I wasn't that much into reggae because reggae was too deep for me to understand. So Lucky Dube, when Lucky Dube came up with his simplified reggae style,
Yeah.
is where I began to raise my eyebrows on reggae music.
So in the next 7 minutes or so that we have now before the end of the program, I want you to tell me about the most difficult period of your career besides, losing your voice.
I think, excuse me, I think that one is between 1991 up to 94. Because now my first album was recorded in 1990.
Yes.
Quite obviously, in 91, I was expected to come up with something new. But I couldn't because of musical obstacles which were thrown at me. So from 91 up to 94, it was a hell of a struggle until 95, where I really broke my heart. Then I recorded a song, and this is a song which earned me a deal from the record company. It's how Irene is the second album.
Yes. So did you plan for this song? I mean, even when you were singing it, I'm sure it was just an expression, but did you imagine that it would have as big an impact as it did?
Honestly, my brother, I never felt so. It's just that the song convinced the white man the way it sounded, because the song is very touchy. It is very touchy because it's from a heartbroken man. That's how I expressed how I felt. The way it Irene disappointed me.
Rastafarians are mostly vegetarians. We've come to know, people that are Rastafarians as vegetarians. I know you have dreadlocks, and a lot of people today use dreadlocks as just a hairstyle. Do you identify as Rastafarian?
Yes, because I don't eat meat. Yes.
But then there's also the aspect of you that points towards being a Christian. What sort of conflicts do you have between, being a Rastafarian and a Christian?
The only thing that people seem to fail to understand is that Christianity and Rastafarianism is not that much difference, because the Son of God is one. That is Christ. And Haile Selassie, we believe that Haile Selassie is Jesus Christ himself, because everything is based on Ethiopia. Everything originated in Ethiopia. And even the Garden of Eden is there in Ethiopia. Yeah.
Rastafarians are also known as people who, associate with The herb.
I know you.
With the herb. Do you participate in the partaking
No,
of the herb?
yes, I used to smoke before.
Right.
Then I stopped.
Why?
No, the reason why I stopped it because it used to make me shy. When after smoking, I couldn't face people. I wanted to be alone all the time.
Didn't that help you become more creative when you're alone?
No, I wouldn't say so. Yeah, I don't know. After smoking, I used to overthink. So that's how I decided to stop. Because now after smoking, I would even think how this container was made.
Right.
You see things like those. So
okay.
now,
You're in Zambia, I believe, for up to Thursday.
yes,
Why are you here in Zambia this time around?
I was invited by Conscience Sounds to partake in the 36th anniversary of, Peter Tosh anniversary.
Yeah.
Which is tomorrow, from 15 hours to 0, until morning.
Until you drop.
Yes.
You're participating in, remembering Peter Tosh. Did Peter Tosh have a huge impact or influence on who you've become as a man today?
My brother, I will be lying if I can say Peter Tosh was not my hero.
Yeah.
He is the man. In fact, it's him and Lucky Dube. Those are the ones who made Senzo to be what he is.
Okay, now, so since now you've spoken about, tell me how you received the news of the death of Lucky Dube.
Well, it is unfortunate that I received those news while I was still sick. And even Lucky Dube himself knew that Senzo was sick before he could, experience what happened to him. He knew that I was sick. So some people were saying there, I don't know whether there were guys there in Natal who said to me, Senzo, you are suspected that you were the one who killed it. Like then I said, you must be mad, guys. You must be taken to hospital because your mentality has a problem.
I'm looking at some of the artists that are going to share the floor with you. Dalido, Silla, Ja Luther, Madongo, Tio, Peter Bob, Jack Burning. I mean, this is somebody who's been performing for a very, very long time. I'll reserve this name for last. Jasper Mix, and then guess what? Irene. This is some of the local artists. But tell me this as we go now. What does Senzo have to give that the new generation may not know? I mean, just give us a sample of what Senzo sounds like now, which is slightly perhaps different from what Senzo sounded like before he lost his voice.
And the difference is that, brother, let alone that I've been sick, as we are saying, as we have said,
Yeah.
The truth is I'm grown enough now. I'm 53 years old.
And you don't have, white hairs. You have some bit of white hairs coming out. Healthy, very healthy. Yeah.
Thanks to hear.
Can you give us a sample of what Senzo sounds like now? Just sing a 30-second melody.
You break my heart, Irene. You break my soul, Irene. Oh, darling, I'm dying for your love. Oh, darling, I'm dying.
And I'm dying to see you perform. Thank you very much for coming through to this special interview. It's a great honor for me. I mean, I listened to a lot of your music, had those tapes in those days. The young people today may not know we had those tapes. Yeah.
My brother, all I can say is that Senzo is what he is because of the people. So if you say Senzo jump, I won't ask, why should I? I'll say, How high do you want me to?
And with that, we end this episode of this special interview. My guest is Senzo Mtetwa, a South African reggae artist in the country, to bless us with his voice. My name is Kausamba Sela. On behalf of the entire production team, ciao.
You stay soft, Aja concentrate. 1. It is 4 times more concentrated. 2. It is packed with 4 times more fragrance. 3. 1 bottle gives you 40 washes. You stay soft, Aja concentrate.